this is the moment I saved my world, because instead of trying to kill him again, because I was probably not. Hi everyone, we here today so I can unveil 5 stories about my Minecraft world. It's a 4-year run in hardcore, and well, let's just say in 4 years there's a lot of that can happen. First thing, if you like the video or you want to support the channel, don't forget you can leave a comment, a like, or even subscribe. My goal by the end of the year is to reach 100 subscribers, but we actually almost reached 10% of this in only the last video, so let's try to beat it. That if 10 people can leave a like and subscribe, that would be awesome. Without any further ado, let's start with the stories. And the first one, well, it's broken stuff. When you have a world that was started in 1.16.5 and that now we're in 1.21.5, well, kind of changed a lot. First off, this is my longest run of a door with redstone that is working. It worked all the way. I built it in almost the beginning of the world. It worked for 3 years. It was perfect. Then 1.21.5 showed up and it's broken. My door is broken, and that is forever. But that is one. It's kind of actually still working, but most of the stuff that is broken is farms. And I have here my honey farm, and I've rebuilt it several times, like 4 times here and twice here. But now this is for some villager that is also broken, but let's not talk about it. But let's just say that farms tend to break a lot, and some of them I've managed to fix, like my bamboo farm. Now it's on, on pause because I don't need it, but my bamboo farm has always been my fuel source for my little auto smelter, but it has broken numerous times during all the years, but I've always managed to actually make it work. And unlike my bamboo farm we here on the top of the nether, this is my gold farm, and it's a completely different story. I've managed to make it work twice for about a month, and then it breaks. And for the maybe 2 years I've had it, might have collected 2 blocks worth of gold out of it. So that was a massive laydown. I tried to repair it 3 or 4 times. My end little result with it is simply the design is bad. I will make a better design one day, but I need to tear it down, then rebuild it. It's gonna take a long time, so you know what, I'll just leave it there for now, and when I need a lot of gold I'll just remake another type of farm. But yeah, that kind of really sucks, to be honest. That was one of my biggest projects at the time. I've never have built I technically still have never built a gold farm because none of them work. Oh, another thing, for some reason, I don't know if they changed some calculation, but this nether portal has been working for about 2 years, and since 1.21, so the last update kind of ruins my world. I do respawn not at the right place anymore. I don't know why it worked for 2 years straight and now it's just not working anymore. But hey, that's like an old car. Some stuff just gonna stop working for no reason, or for a valid reason, but that it is what it is. I do realize while I'm traveling in my world that I have way too many stories and might have to have enough to make like 2 or 3 other videos. If you would like to see one of them, well, let me know. But let's jump into the second topic. That is not here at the moment, but you're gonna see it. I do have multiple beacons in my world, and one of my goals was always to have a netherite beacon. Why? Because I saw someone make it online, so I decided that's gonna be my goal. The thing is, I didn't have any experience. I only had my armor. And farming netherite, even now there's multiple strategies. A lot of people are using their own and saying it's the best. The reality of it is, it's all boring, it's all kind of long, but I've stuck up on a lot of TNT, and I did try to take all of the netherite from the nether, but it took me a while. The problem with it is 2 things. First of all, it took me so long that I lost motivation, and I actually stopped playing Minecraft because of it, simply because it was taking way too long. Second of all, once I find the motivation, I did all the techniques and I found all the beacon I had, also was kind of lacking on backups. Then my PC decided to, send me a message and lose about 200 days worth of Minecraft gameplay, so about 40 hours, 50 hours. But most of them were when I was doing the beacon. So you know what? I lost half of a netherite beacon. At this moment, I almost wanted to end it all and just stop trying. But then, I found the motivation, I restarted, I remined all of it, and I had enough to make a full beacon. The problem is, I've lost my beacon. Now I know that kind of sounds bad and weird. How do you lose a beacon? Well, I gently put it in a shulker box, but I have shulker box scattered all around my world. So there's somewhere, because I know I have it, but where I don't know, a shulker box full of a netherite beacon. But I don't know where. I just know I prepped it because I wanted to move it because it was here before. But now, well, it's lost. So I've spent numerous hundreds of hours on a project that I've lost. Yeah, that does sound bad. So let's just say you start a new world. You'll always have, a need of storage. For myself, I started close to here in this house. I'll talk a bit more about it later, but the important thing is, well, when you fill your house, well, you need a storage room. This is what I did right beside it. I did a big storage room at that time. Then I needed an expansion. So I built the second, doubling it almost. Then I started, filling it up to a moment where I didn't have any space. So I built this, a big, really the biggest storage room I've ever had. And as you see it now, well, it's kind of different. Before I only had 2 chests up, then 3, now it's 4 up. But thing is, before I upgrade this one, you see it here, that was the final old design. But at a moment I decided that this was not enough, and I had big projects I had in my head to build the biggest and most insane overkill. I'll never need to upgrade storage. So you know what? There's no way. Where did that chest come from? Oh my god. Oh, I'm so stupid. Really? So this is where my beacon has been? I was sure okay, I might be just not so smart, but okay, let's continue. I don't even know what I was saying. Oh yeah, okay. So I wanted to build my biggest storage ever. And you know what? I did it at the complete opposite of my base. So far that I actually found it so unpractical that I abandoned it. Those are runes, from the past, but it's actually supposed to be the future. And you know what? I put so much effort in it, building with the floor with obsidian, which is so long to farm, with so many chests. I had such a big plan. Then when I need more storage, I could just build, more stories, then go up in the sky and have, the big tower. The reality of it is, that is so overkill that I will never need that much. So I just went back to my old one, made it a little bigger, and started using shulkers. And all of this is probably one of the projects that took me the most time, because digging all of this, then building, it's an immense amount of time, and all of it just for it to stay there. Yeah, I know, it's pretty bad. But hey, you know what? I have a project in mind. I will do something with this space. But if you have any ideas, what could you do with a giant hole with a lot of obsidian at the bottom of it? What could you do with all of this? If you have any idea, let me know. Right before jumping into my last story, that actually nerve-wracking, because it's probably the only time, or one of the only time I've really went maybe a millisecond away from dying in this world. But let's just start with the 4th story. It is about my home. My home. Well, if you see those pumpkin, no, the watermelon here, well, it's simple. This is my spawn chunk. So I spawned here, and well, it's kind of weird now, but let me show you what the world looked like at the time. Oh boy. So I went back in 1.16.5, that's the original version, and I put the seed, and look at this. There's what? There's a hole here. Well, you can see what it used to look like. There was a forest, there's another forest, there's another forest, there's a lot of forest here. But, you know, the funny part is the first night I survived, I remember because I took some wood here, I took some lava to build, you know, to make my furnace work, and I built my house here. Like right, I think it's right over here. And you know what stands here? Well, if you go on the ground and you look here, it might look familiar. This is exactly where you were. You see the little water pond? This was my first house. The lake here, well, I kind of built my nether portal on top of it. So, I did still 4 years later use the same first house I built ever. Well, I kind of little upgraded it, but I want to keep it. It kind of reminds me of a game I was playing when I was younger, Jack and Daxter, with the old sage hut. So you always go back to your little house that is rustic and, you know, warm. You know, I found my first diamond down here. I stripped mine. It was before the caves and cliff update, so there were no caves, no nothing. And it's just simply, you know, a throwback to simpler times. In the middle of farms, of big projects, there's this little house that's here for now a really long time. I did add the balcony and, you know, all the extension here, but it's still, you know, very, I don't know how to say it, warmful. You know, it's warm when you come home. It's like the safest place in this all big world is probably in this house, simply because I know, you know, it's my home. Now, let's talk about the worst. Not the worst, but, you know, the most unsafe place you could be. A lot of people will speculate where is it, but in my opinion, but not in my opinion, the fact is, for me, the worst ever was here. So, here is my nether portal, and why is it so scary? So first off, if as you can see, it kind of spawned at the time at like on top of... Can I not get disturbed? Damn, that's crazy. But yeah, the problem is it was on top of the lava. So I built something, you know, for it to be accessible. But while I was... Are you for real? Are you really trying this? Let me just get rid of him. He really went into the lava? Damn, that's crazy place by that ghast. So, let's resume. I was building this place at first so I can have a safe place. But you know, while you're building it, it was early on. I was not early on, but I was not as good in Minecraft as now, if I can say. But the thing is, I accidentally went a bit there to see what it looked like. But on my way back, I did look into an eye of an Enderman, but I did not realize it. So what I did is simply came here and start putting blocks, and for I don't know what kind of luck, I haven't put all the border, so you know it's easy to jump out of it. The thing is, an Enderman came and from my back just started hitting me. So he hit me once, twice, and a third. I tried to hit him, but he hit me a third time. The third time was about here, and you know, I lost my material of undying. So now I'm maybe like 5 hurt or something like that. I do hit him once, I do hit him twice. He hits me again. So now I'm down to half a heart. And at this moment, I think this is the moment I saved my world, because instead of trying to kill him again, because I was probably not, you know, successful, I simply jumped and escaped like that. And took exactly like that damage, but I did not die. And this was the closest I've ever been to dying in my Minecraft world. Like, this situation was so scary, and to this day I do find the nether more dangerous than any other places, even with the new biome with the warden and all of that. This is the scariest and the closest to death I've ever been. And here it is, 5 little tales of my world. I hope, well, you liked it. If you did, don't remember, leave a like, comment, maybe subscribe. We are trying to reach 100 subscribers by the end of the year. I hope we get there. And yeah, if you want a part 2, let me know also. I do have quite a couple, a dozen maybe, of stories that came up to mind while doing this video. So I do have plenty of them. And if you enjoyed them, let me know. And if not, well, let me know also. Leave a comment and I don't know, do whatever. The important thing is have a nice day and we see each other really soon.